A friend of mine once said to me that it is every woman's dream for a man to see her, to pick her out from amongst the crowd, to approach her, to charm her, to pursue her, to chase her. And it seems though that men who do this are a dying breed. We have been discussing why don't Christian men pursue women anymore and what to do about it. And if you're a woman who want to be chased and pursued and to be charmed, this is for you. We are looking at a practical, pragmatic, easy to implement guidelines for you to be chased, for you to attract someone in your life who would pursue you. This is the second part of the section that has suggestions for women. We looked at the fact that you should pray, and that there is actually someone out there who's looking for a wonderful person like you. We spoke about the fact that you shouldn't really waste your time on men who are not interested, and also that if you're stuck in a situation or in a position in a local church where there are no opportunities, you might want to reevaluate that stance and explore other options. Today, I want you to remember that people don't like cold calling. I did a stint of door-to-door sales, and it's no fun. Someone said it's cruel and unusual punishment. You never know who's going to be behind that door. Sometimes you have a very welcoming person, someone who will purchase your goods and services. Other times you have people who just don't want to know. In fact, you're an intrusion. You're a bother to them. They slam doors in your face. So generally, people don't like cold calling. And I'm going to encourage you today to improve your AQ, your approachability quotient. And one of the ways to do this, or one of the first way that I want to suggest, is that you love men. What do I mean by that? I simply mean that you avoid man bashing. You avoid the concept that, and sometimes conversations that go amongst women who talk about the bad aspects of men, about the fact that men are not very good, they do this, they do that, they generalize, and especially if they've had a bitter or bad experience with a man or a series of men, they tend to cut men as evil, as no good, as not being the better gender, to put it nicely. So I'm asking you to just simply love men. There are bad men and there are good men. There are bad women and good women, to accept the fact that, some men are bad, some men are good. Not all men are bad. Not all men are dogs. Not all men are out to take advantage of you and abuse you. There are good men out there. And to love them as human beings, as fellow creatures that God created. Because, if you don't love men, if you don't genuinely have an interest in them, they can sense that. They can feel it. They can feel the vibes. They may not know exactly what it is, but they can know that you are not a man-friendly person. And the way to do that is to engage with men and to speak with them and to befriend them and to be open with them. Another very good illustration is children. When you go to school, I used to teach for a little while, and children do know the teachers who love children, and they can suss, and they are able to detect that there are some teachers who don't really particularly care about children. They may just want the job, they may just want the money, they may want the holidays, but they don't really love children. And children know that, they sense that, and they gravitate towards the one or the teachers who have a genuine interest in children, apart from the salary and the perks that go along with teaching. And similarly, you need to do that. You need to love men of all races, of all ages, little boys, teenagers, young adults, the elderly, of all colors, of all size, just love men. Okay. The second thing I want to encourage is that you should encourage men to show interest in you. And I know you're going to ask the $64,000 question. Well, how do you do that, Hilton? I'll tell you several ways of doing that. First of all, appreciate men. If they do something for you that you like, just, tell them. Express your appreciation and your thanks. If they compliment you by saying you're wearing a nice dress, or you look good, or you have a good hairstyle, or whatever they do, just thank them. If a man compliments you, just simply say thank you. That's a very nice thing for you to say, and that would encourage those men to do the same thing again and again. And also praise men. I suggest that you should compliment to men and praise them, show appreciation for what they've done, even if they haven't done it for you. If they did something well in church, if you're touched by what they have done, if it's someone who sang or preached, or even someone who's not up front, who regularly set out the benches, just simply go and say to them, I appreciate what you're doing. That's a really very good thing. I was touched by what you have done. And you would be amazed how far that goes in warming men up to you. So encourage men, show appreciation. If anytime someone does something for you, be sure to thank them and appreciate them for what they have done. Whatever you like about them, just genuinely say, I like this about you and I appreciate that. And that would encourage men to show interest in you. I came across this term, authentic invitation, when I was scouring the internet on a site called On Day 6. This lady, Wendy Manon, she spoke about authentic invitation. Believe it or not, although we are speaking about the fact that a man must pursue a woman, they have found that actually usually it is the woman who makes the first move, but it is rather a covert move, not an overt move. It is the woman who normally give a smile, normally, a wink, hold the gaze of a man, that allows the man or gives the man tacit permission to approach. And so what I'm suggesting here is that you be someone who's approachable. Wear a smile. A smile says a lot of things about you, and it's very inviting. It makes you very approachable. So whenever you're going, be conscious, put a smile on your face. One is not saying that you have to be like a clown, but, have a pleasant countenance. Be kind. The Bible says that we should show kindness in Ephesians, I think, chapter 4. Be kind and tender-hearted one to another. Tender-heartedness and kindness are qualities that are very, very attractive, and they will make you very approachable. Obviously, we are suggesting that you dress feminine and make it, dress in a way that men appreciate. I'm not going to do a whole lecture on how to dress, but there is a feminine way to dress and there is a masculine way to dress. And if you just dress in a very feminine way, men love it. And you will get compliments from men. You'll get men approaching you and talking to you simply by the feminine way that you dress. Be affectionate. Believe it or not, the Bible speaks about being kindly affectionate with the brethren. In fact, on a number of occasions, Paul says that you must greet each other with a holy kiss. And I know in this day and age, people are very, very high-strung about touching and kissing. But, gone are the days when we were able to greet each other with a non-intimate hug and kiss. And I'm not suggesting that you go out there hugging and kissing everyone, but you know, there is nothing wrong in well, maybe not hugging, but shaking hands and having a good laugh, and you know, just be, I would say touchy, you know, but in a non-intimate way. And that's something that is to be encouraged. And you will find if you be open, and if you show men interest, if you smile, if you display these qualities that I've just spoken about, kindness, tenderheartedness, if you dress in a very feminine way, if you are affectionate, if you show men praise and appreciation, you will find that a lot of men will warm up to you, and a lot of people will warm up to you. Children, other adults, the elderly, people will love and like to be around you and be in your company. And definitely men would be far more encouraged to pursue you. In the next video, we'll be looking at how you can avail yourself, how you can avail yourself so that men will see you and be willing to pursue you.